All right,
Am I
everyone,
on?
we might
We're both
get
on.
our market host session underway. I'm really pleased to be able to introduce Jessica Keane, who's the Industry Development and Capability Manager for ATEC, to talk about this one. But we know as our international markets do return, that it's really significant and important for everyone to better understand those markets. You know, what do customers want? How do they buy their products? How's distribution work in those markets? And Tourism Australia has been really pleased to be able to work with the Australian Tourism Export Council to develop a whole series of these modules, which have been put together very effectively and run both online and offline by ATEC. And Jess is going to talk a little bit this afternoon about those.
Thanks, Lee. I appreciate the opportunity to be here to speak about the market hosts this afternoon. And a big thank you to Tourism Australia for funding these programs so we can roll them out nationally. So my name's Jessica Keane, Industry Development and Capability Manager here at ATEC, and I'm going to speak to you about becoming a market-ready host today. So I'll go to the next one. Who are ATEC? We're an industry membership based body. We're based in Sydney, but we're national. We've got Deb, who's our branch manager here from WA, and Fee, who's here from the national office. And we specialise in business-to-business commercial discussions, as well as training opportunities, advocacy policy. I've been around 50 years. Is it next year, Fee? 50 years. So, and we're still here. So pleased to say. Yes. Okay. Are you ready? So must have been about 2019, we initially put together the Japan Host Program, and that was for WA. And then we worked with Tourism Australia to put together a national Japan Host Program, which was one of the first. We then worked very closely with TA on the India Host Program, which was rolled out, you wouldn't believe it, rolled out at the March last year. You couldn't believe it, right at the time when COVID hit. So we went from everything face-to-face to online, and we reached over 300 people through the India Host Program while COVID was actually in its peak. So then we went into, we rolled India out again, and we also rolled Japan out again, all online over last year. And then we've created Korea Host, which we've just launched and delivered, and we've got Indonesia Host and Muslim Host, which is culture only, scheduled for July this year. So the way we structure our programs is it's usually a 3 to 4 modular program, and it's culture and service ready, trade ready and product ready. And they're usually, as Lee said, about 90 minutes. They have been live and self-directed modules, so we try and make it easy that you can come back and refer to it, understanding that you are actually working in your business at the moment, and appreciate that you might not be able to make the timing that we've actually scheduled. So I'm going to show you a bit of a video. Can you hear it?
Are you ready to host the first of our international visitors as Australian tourism recovers? Are you ready to host domestic visitors with specific cultural needs? Do you know which international visitors are expected to be the first to return and what they're looking for? Now more than ever, consumers are looking for wide open spaces and COVID-safe destinations. This provides the perfect opportunity for Australia, placing us high on consumer demand lists. To help you get ready, the Australian Tourism Export Council, together with Tourism Australia, have developed a series of specific market host programs. The Host series explores key topics and tactics that are a must-have for operators that want to target, impress, and wow future international guests and Australian-based migrant communities travelling domestically. There's a host program for each of the anticipated first returner markets, including Japan, Korea, Indonesia, and India. Are you ready to learn more about these market opportunities? The Australian Tourism Export Council is ready to work with you to develop your capabilities, providing you with specific online modules that give you the know-how to engage and address the nuances of each market, delivering your business a competitive advantage. Each of the modules have been developed by market specialists and feature a unique combination of business insights across key topics to prepare your business. Culture ready, product ready, service ready, trade ready. Each host program has been developed to include COVID-ready training and will highlight safety procedures as required under the state-based regulations. Muslim Host is also included in the series and is a great way to learn more about the Muslim faith for both Australian domestic and international visitors. All modules are 90-minute live and interactive online workshops, also available on demand for busy operators. Delivered by global tourism marketing experts who will share their insights, experiences, and case studies with you. Graduates of the program receive digital badging to display their market readiness. So, are you ready to provide your business with a competitive advantage? Are you ready to capitalise on domestic and international tourism recovery? Make the most of your opportunity with the Australian Tourism Export Council's Market Ready Host Series.
Thank you. Thank you. So that tells you a little bit about the host series. As I mentioned, they're all 3 to 4 modules, except with Muslim, we're just doing Culture Ready, and that will be ready in July. And our special guest is actually Deb Carr, here from WA. Deb, you've participated in the programs.
Jess.
Do you want to
Yes.
actually say a couple of words about what your experience from as a branch manager at WA working with the industry?
So we'd rolled out, obviously, initially the China Host program.
We did China and then we did Japan.
And then we did the pilot program
did-
of Japan
that's
Host
it.
with Tourism WA. So we had a fantastic industry panel working on that. We had Japanese-specific tourism industry experts.
We did, yeah.
Fully endorsed by Tourism WA. We rolled that out
19.
in the end of 2019 and wrapped it up in Perth with the young Shikai actually came across, and we did a fireside catch-up. So all of our graduates actually had the opportunity to present their product to major buyers. Obviously, COVID came along, but prior to that, the connection and the business opportunities were fantastic. I still get really good feedback from all of our people who graduated it, and there's a lot of opportunity for us to continue rolling that over. We then also did quite well with Gary Burns rolling out the India program,
Yeah.
which was face-to-face and online. Actually, pre-COVID, you were ahead of the curve doing the hybrid opportunities back then.
Yes.
So I can't speak highly enough of it. I think they're fantastic, and I think the opportunity to roll them out into our domestic communities are also a really good area to work in.
And that's why we put the Australia flag on the India flag there, because what we've learned through this training is there are, I think it's nearly over 700,000 Australian Indian heritage living here in Australia, and they're all starting to travel. And one of the modules, well, 2 of the modules is that culture and service. So as a product, you can start developing your business for that domestic traveller that's moving. And then we've also got the Chinese that are living here. And I think, what did we just say that was, Lee? It was over 1 million.
Yes.
Over 1 million. And then with Korea, it was about 100,000. So there's an opportunity while our borders are in the current stage we're at to train and actually work on these markets with the domestic community in the meantime. So that's been a big focus for us. And what Deb mentioned was quite interesting is the industry piece. So every host that we've developed, we've pulled together an industry working group, and that usually has trade, an ITO, or even in market. So with Korea, we had Gina from Tourism Australia, we had the Chamber of Commerce from Korea. And what's good about these industry groups is, so things were moving quite quickly with Korea just recently, so the trade was moving, and so by having people like Gina on in the session. She can tell us what the changes are. The people that are developing the content are industry people and then delivering it. So we've had some really good presenters and content developers through the program. You can apply through our website and we'll be running them again over the next few months. But again, any questions from anyone regarding the hosts? Any other markets that you see that you could benefit from while we're here? Lee's like, no more. We've done the hosts. But look, they're a great asset. I highly encourage you to come on the training. We have tried to make it as simple as we can so that it's easy in your business. Deb's right, every outcome of our training...
Please move to your next appointment 22.
As Deb mentioned, most of our training has an outcome, see you later, thanks for coming, of a B2B or some commercial discussion. So we'll be moving towards that with the hosts in the next couple of months so that you actually get a discussion, you've done the training with a potential buyer. Okay.
Who is attending? Can you hear me now?
Yes, sorry. Who's attending? So
who
we
is
have
attending these host programs?
We have a lot of sellers and suppliers, so a number of different people. So, and we've had a couple of ITOs actually come on the last one. They came on Korea, which was excellent. So
But generally it's the product suppliers who are...
a lot of the product suppliers, yeah. Initially, so when we first did Japan, it's a good question because it was mainly suppliers because we were working with the Yonshikai as the trade, as an outcome. So that was specifically geared towards suppliers mainly.
I think just to note there, if we go back a little bit further, pre-COVID again.
Deb, into the mic.
We had City of Perth signed up to do the entire China Host program for their people as well. So it's also a great tool to educate all of your staff to ensure that when you do get those markets come, you're looking after that visitor experience and the expectations are met.
Yeah, but with what was interesting since COVID, a lot of buyers have been coming on the training too to learn about the markets. So that was Korea. We had a couple of buyers on that one just recently.
And the buyers are generally inbound tour operators?
Yes, they are, predominantly. But happy to have a discussion with you about the training and we can talk a bit further. But yeah, it's a good question. Thank you. Any other questions? Well, thank you for your time this afternoon. We'll see you tomorrow.
Some feedback.
Oh, feedback. QR code. We all QR code everything
Please
now.
commence appointment 22.
But yes, we'll be back tomorrow. If you have another question, happy to see you again tomorrow. Thank you.